Good Saturday evening to you, wrestling fans. Welcome to World Championship Wrestling from Atlanta, Georgia. Josh with you for the next 45 minutes of great wrestling action. And we are kicking things off with a qualifying match in the World Tag Team Title Tournament. The Russians, Nikita, Koloff, and Ivan, taking on Sting and Lex Luger.
On the way to the ring, accompanied by Paul Jones. And at a combined weight of 565 pounds, the Russian gladiator, Irvin Koloff, and Russian nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
Thank you so much for joining us for World Championship Wrestling. Also tonight, another round one match in this World Tag Team Title Tournament. The America's team, Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes, taking on the Enforcer, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard of the Four Horsemen. Also, the U.S. title tournament kicks off tonight. A round one match coming your way. That's our main event this evening. Big Barry Windham taking on Sam Houston. And also, the Italian Stallion returns tonight. After being attacked weeks ago by Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin, the Stallion will take on Baron von Raschke. What a match that should be. And thankfully for the Stallion, Black Bart and Wild Bill are not in the arena this evening. What an ovation for Sting as he makes his way to the ring.
And their opponents, first, from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, this is Sting!
We already know it'll be Sting taking on Nature Boy Ric Flair for the world title at the end of the month. Saturday, April 26th at the Clash of the Champions. What a matchup that's going to be, but Sting could be wrestling twice. If Sting and Luger can advance to the finals of this World Tag Team Title Tournament, he could very well become a double champion that night. But first of all, Sting and Luger have to get past the Russians this evening. And what an ovation for the total package, Lex Luger.
And his partner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 275 pounds, the total package, Lex Luger.
What a great way to begin this program with tag team action. What a night the Clash of the Champions is going to be. 3 weeks from this evening, we will crown 4 new champions. The World Champion, the Tag Team Champions, the U.S. Champion, and the U.S. Tag Team Champions. And also a first blood match coming your way as Baron von Raschke takes on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes, of course, is in action here tonight. So is Baron von Raschke. Hopefully we can keep those two men separated this evening. Sting will kick things off for his team. Ivan Koloff starting things for his. Collar and elbow tie-up. Good wrist lock there by Ivan Koloff and the shoulder block. Again, back to a beautiful wrist lock. Good reversal there by Sting. Overhand wrist lock. Nice reversal there by Koloff. Nice reversal by Sting. Good chain wrestling here from both men. Nice armbar by Koloff. Koloff wrenching back on the arm. Sting pulls free. Kick to the midsection. And now Koloff picks up the stinger. Drives him to the mat. Our referee tonight is Bill Scott, the one and only. Koloff picks him up. Beautiful slam there by the Russian. Cover here, hooks the leg, one. Gets a 1 count on Sting. Sting gets to his feet, but Koloff greets him with an elbow. Right to the face. Went for the double axe handle, nobody home. Sting fighting back now. Roundhouse rights. Sitting Koloff staggering. Sting picks up Koloff. Drops him throat first over that top rope. And a cover here by Sting. One, hooks the leg, but gets a 1 count only. Nikita was coming in the ring, but Ivan was able to kick out on his own accord. The manager of the Russian team is Paul Jones. He's looking on at ringside. Good reversal there by Koloff. Sting was able to grab onto the top rope, but only momentarily. He had his clock cleaned right there by Koloff with that right hand, and now throws Sting into the railing. Koloff going after Luger now. Pulls him off the apron. Here comes Sting from behind. Good body slam there by Ivan. The winner of this match will advance to the World Tag Team Title Tournament for a round 1 matchup. Sting and Luger, some miscommunication there as they're running into each other, trying to get back in the ring. Great snapmare there by Sting. And now Sting will make the tag to the total package Lex Luger. Ivan Koloff backing up. Drop toe hold by Luger. Koloff was trying to avoid the total package to no avail. Throws him into the corner. Charge again. Thunderous clothesline. He took down the Russian Bear. Luger fell short last week to Nature Boy Ric Flair. Koloff, Nikita trying to force Luger off of his partner. Nikita picks him up. Going for the suplex now. Paul Jones was screaming at Luger. Referee Bill Scott needs to restore some order. Cover here by Ivan. 1 count only. Luger powers out. Tag made to the Russian Nightmare. What a clothesline by Koloff. He floored Luger, but Luger kicks out with authority. These two men were semifinalists in that world title tournament. What a matchup that would have been for the world title, though, had it been Luger against Nikita. It's going to be that man across the ring, Sting, taking on Nature Boy Ric Flair. Luger was trying to crawl over and make the tag. Down goes Sting. So revenge there from Nikita. Nikita was defeated by Sting here last week with that Scorpion Deathlock. And Nikita now trying to exact some revenge on the Stinger. Bill Scott was lucky to get out of the way there. Double team coming up from the Russians. He just propels Ivan Koloff off that top rope. Good high cross body. Taking down the total package. Kick to the ribs. And now stomps the man when he's down. Koloff going for the submission hold here. STF submission. Luger's a long way from the rope. Sting might have to come in and help his partner. Luger using the elbow. Good back elbow. Right to the jaw. Forcing the break. Quick go behind. Waist lock and takedown. And Luger taking time out to pose for the Atlanta crowd. Look out for Nikita from behind. Referee Bill Scott saw him coming. Ordered him out of the ring. And here's the camel clutch applied by the total package. Ivan trying to pry the hands away from his chin. Able to do so. Spins him around. Just wearing down Lex Luger now. Clutching both massive shoulders of Luger, driving him to his knees. And Luger drops face first. He doesn't know where he is right now. He knows he needs to make that tag to Sting. Sleeper hold applied by Koloff. Wraps the legs around the waist. Luger trying not to fade out here. Referee checking in. Luger tosses him off. Good counter there by the total package. Kick to the lower back. And now Luger has Ivan. Look out for Nikita. Nikita just popped Luger right in the mouth. That'll break up that maneuver. Luger was introducing Ivan's face to that top turnbuckle. Nikita came over, blindsided Luger. And now Luger goes over and makes the tag to Sting. Nikita reaching over, trying to tag Ivan. He wants in there. Ivan moves out of the way. Sting, look at the strength. Gorilla press. Pressed him down. Good press slam there by Sting. And now the shoulder claw. This is great main event wrestling. You'll see very few places. Sting calling out to the crowd. Stomps the arm. Good strategy. Both Ivan and Nikita will use that Russian sickle. But they can't use it if the arms are weak. Gut-wrench suplex there by Koloff. And he'll make that tag to Nikita. The Russian Nightmare tagged in. Double axe handle. Hits Sting right in the midsection. Picks him up. Backbreaker. Punishing maneuver. Sting and Luger would love to become... Look at Sting! He's bounced right back up! And from behind now, DDT by Sting. He shook it off. What a man is Sting. He could very well be wrestling
for 2 world titles in the same night. Come the end of the month, clothesline there by Sting. Takes down Koloff. Koloff in the corner. Sting stalking in. Spins Koloff around. And now it's Ivan's turn. Look out, Sting. Look out, Sting. Sting moving out of the way. But not that time. Caught him from behind, did Koloff, and Sting yelling at Ivan. We have a standoff here. Sting picks up Nikita. Went for the right hand, nobody home. Good back elbow. That rocked the Stinger. Belly to belly suplex. Koloff sent him sailing across the ring. And our Koloff stomps the face. Koloff seeking revenge tonight. Sting again able to hurdle over that top rope, but Koloff just pushed him off the apron. The shoulder tackle to the midsection sent Sting flying to the floor. And our Koloff putting the boots to Sting. It was last week we saw Sting defeat Nikita with that Scorpion Deathlock. Lex Luger lost to Flair. And Nikita takes out Luger. Luger lost to Flair. Flair slapped on that figure 4 leg lock for the second time to put away Luger. Koloff now has him up. Atomic drop on the floor. Luger's still down, now getting to his feet. Throws Sting into the railing. We might see a double count out here. They have until the count of 10 to get back in the ring. Both teams would be eliminated in the event of a double count out. And one team would get a bye into the second round. Sting's going to be counted out here. Down goes Luger. And the Russians win by count out. Koloff gets his revenge on Sting with a victory via count out. And the Russians moving on to round 1. They have qualified for this World Tag Team title tournament here tonight by defeating Sting and Luger by countout. Disappointing loss for Sting and Luger here tonight. The Russians moving on. Great matchup here between 2 top teams. But this one goes in the win column for the Russians.
Here are your winners, the Russian Gladiator, Irvin Koloff, and Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. World Championship Wrestling continues. The Italian Stallion, good to see him making his way back to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from North Carolina, weighing in at 265 pounds, Italian Stallion.
After that vicious attack at the hands of the Long Riders Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin, we wondered if we would see the Italian Stallion in the ring again. He seems to be fully recovered. We will find out tonight as he takes on the Claw Master, Baron von Raschke. You know, the Italian Stallion is looking for revenge also against both Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin, costing him a chance at the World Tag Team title. He was going to team with Sam Houston that evening. Houston had to find a substitute partner. He did so in Ron Simmons. And now here comes members of Paul Jones's army. Barbarian, Ivan Koloff, Paul Jones the manager, and of course the Baron.
And his opponent, accompanied by the Russian Gladiator, Irvin Koloff. And from Germany, weighing in at 281 pounds, Baron.
First singles match in World Championship Wrestling for both men. Both looking to start off with a victory. The Baron, of course, is looking ahead to Saturday, April 26th, when he will take on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, in a first blood match. Rhodes could very well be wrestling twice in that same night. What a grueling night it could be for him. He could very well be wrestling multiple times. He is still in that World Tag Team title tournament. Also, I think he's put his name in a hat for the U.S. title tournament. Could be a busy night for many wrestlers at the Clash of the Champions. All hoping to bring home the gold. And of course, we have that round 1 match coming for you later. Magnum TA, Dusty Rhodes taking on Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. And of course, the main event still to come. Sam Houston to battle Barry Windham. Don't forget, wrestling fans, WWE has launched a WCW channel. They're showing a lot of the old classic programming right here on YouTube. So please be sure to check that out. Baron just staring down at his opponent here. Referee Bill Scott calls for the bell. And the Italian Stallion grabbed Baron by the throat. Beautiful Russian leg sweep here by the Stallion. He is no pushover, fans. Stallion picks him up. Big right hand, caught him flush. And again, shoots him into the corner. Follows in with a clothesline. And down goes the Clawmaster. But Baron von Raschke fights back with 2 rights. And a kick to the midsection. Floored him with that thunderous clothesline. And now Baron walking all over the Italian Stallion, literally. Picks up the Stallion. Clubbing blow to the top of the head. For the Stallion now. Fights back by ringing the arm. Good right hand again and a forearm shot. The Stallion sends him into the ropes. Spinning back elbow. Down goes the Clawmaster. The Stallion has been training, rehabbing, getting ready to return to the ring, and he looks primed and ready now. The Stallion would love to join that TV title tournament coming later, probably in May. We'll see the start of that in May. The Baron also will be part of that tournament, most likely. It's going to be a big one. Big side slam there by Baron von Raschke. Raschke might be going for the claw early. Fans giving him the double thumbs down in that front row. Baron rolls him over. Driving the knee to the back. And a second time. Stomps the lower back again. Camel clutch. That would make the Iron Sheik proud. This might be all right here. The Stallion slips free. Good counter there by the Stallion. Clubbing blow there by the Italian Stallion. And he's back on the offense. Stallion again with another Russian leg sweep. Jumping leg drop across the throat. Paul Jones looking super concerned at ringside, shaking the head rather. Clubbing blow there by the Baron. But Italian Stallion sends him into the corner. Measures him. What a chop! Baron drops to the mat. Cover here by the Stallion. Leg hooked. 1. A 1 count only. Baron kicked out. Barbarian and Ivan Koloff looking on with concern. Ivan and Nikita, of course, moving on in that World Tag Team title tournament. Impressive win. Albeit by a count out. But nonetheless, they are moving on to round 1. And fans, we have that match for you next week. It's going to be the Russians, Ivan and Nikita Koloff, taking on Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. Claw applied. Stallion fading fast. Out of nowhere, Raschke just slapped on the claw. It's over. Disappointing return to the ring by the Italian Stallion, but an impressive win for Baron von Raschke, who is now undefeated here in World Championship Wrestling. Let's look back at it. What a chop there by the Stallion. He really took it to the Baron early on, but just fell short here this evening. And hang on, fans! That's Dusty Rhodes! He's coming to the ring!
He just knocked down Paul Jones. Let's get our cameras back, please. He's hit the ring. Dusty is cleaning house on the Army. Dusty taking it to Baron. And now Dusty has the Barbarian up. Suplex City right there. Ivan trying to get back in the ring. Look out for the Baron. Down he goes. Fans, we've got to go to the back now. There's something going on backstage. Ric Flair's attacked Sting. Ric Flair working over the legs of Sting. Chaos abounding here tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Dusty is making his way back to the ring now. He wanted his hands on Baron von Raschke, but Baron just took off through the crowd. But meanwhile, Ric Flair working over Sting, but no, Sting kicks free. Sting has already wrestled here tonight. Ric Flair not dressed to wrestle at all. He ambushed Sting from behind, but now Sting fighting back. He's got him up on the concrete. Tombstone pile driver onto Flair. And this backfired for Ric Flair. Sting measuring Flair. We've got to get back in the ring. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, fans. Chaos here tonight on WCW Saturday night. Some wrestlers broke up that fight between Sting and Flair in the dressing room area. Dusty Rhodes,
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
trying to get revenge on Baron, but Baron fled through the crowd. And there you see Flair has made it back to the ring, surprisingly.
66 pounds, the enforcer, Arn Anderson, and Tully.
He is grabbing the neck, fans. Flair is grabbing the neck. He took that tombstone pile driver on the concrete and then a neck breaker from Sting. And that's when the locker room emptied. They pulled Sting off of Flair. It was Flair who attacked Sting, ambushed him from behind. And things really heating up as we draw close to the Clash of the Champions on Saturday, April 26th. Anderson and Blanchard have made their way to the ring. This is a round one match in the World Tag Team Title Tournament.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 515 pounds, Magnum T.A. and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Last week, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA had qualified for this World Tag Team Title Tournament by defeating Ron Garvin and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez. Great showing from Fernandez and Garvin, however. And it wouldn't surprise me to see, if we don't see Ron Garvin and Manny Fernandez in that U.S. Tag Team Title Tournament coming up. But next week, fans, we have confirmed the Russians taking on the Rock and Roll Express. That is a round one match. And we do now have a round two match confirmed as well. The Midnight Express will take on the Road Warriors. Last week, the Road Warriors defeated the Powers of Pain to advance to round two. Magnum, good snap suplex there by the boss. Takes down the enforcer, Arn Anderson. Anderson moved out of the way. What a clothesline there by Double A. Classic matchup here between America's team and the Four Horsemen. Anderson cranking the neck. The manager, James J. Dillon, looking on. Down goes Dusty. Anderson just knocked Dusty off the apron. Look out, Ric Flair coming over. Seems to be okay after that attack by Sting. It was actually Flair who initiated that. But Sting fought back. Good double team here by Anderson and Blanchard. Could be the sleeper team in this World Tag Team Title Tournament. They've received a bye into the first round. Elbow to the lower back. We saw Dusty get involved earlier, just moments ago, attacking Paul Jones, the Barbarian, Ivan Koloff, and then Baron von Raschke. Raschke fled into the crowd. We haven't seen him since. Into the corner goes Blanchard. Tag made to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Good double team here.
What's he gonna do? Big splash off the top rope by Dusty. Coming down hard on Tully Blanchard. Good backdrop there by Tully. Had him up in the lights. And now Tully clawing the eyes. You are watching World Championship Wrestling, the Major League of Professional Wrestling. Tully trying to make Dusty give up here. Dusty slips free. Short arm clothesline there by Tully. Flair really pumped up at ringside. The fan just asked him, how's the neck? And he pointed toward the ring. Not sure what he said. Flair, of course, took that tombstone pile driver by staying on the concrete and then the neck breaker. Tully now. Russian leg sweep. Dusty trying to crawl over, make the tag to Magnum. But Tully cut him off. Figure 4 here by Tully Blanchard. Remember, those legs were attacked a week ago by Baron von Raschke, but Dusty turns over the figure 4, reversing the pressure to the legs of Tully, and Tully will relinquish the hold. What a feud between Dusty and Baron. Down goes referee Bill Scott. Here comes Arn Anderson from behind. Look out! Double team also from Magnum. We've got all 4 men in the ring. Double A just grabbed Magnum from behind. Double arm suplex there by the enforcer. And referee Bill Scott has made his way back up to his feet, and he has ordered Anderson out of the ring. Tully, though, taking advantage of the situation, driving the knee to the back of the head. Head scissors here applied by Tully. Tully trying to make Magnum cry, I quit. Nothing doing there. Magnum back to his feet. But again, the abdominal stretch. Magnum caught. Can Magnum get out? Yes, he can. Beautiful hip toss. And the boss will make the tag to the American Dream. Dusty and Magnum would love to win those World Tag Team titles, but so would Anderson and Blanchard. Short arm clothesline once more from the enforcer. Interesting strategy from the Horseman here this evening. Has him up. Beautiful suplex. Goes for the cover. Wraps up the leg. 1. A 1 count only. Referee was slow to get into position. Anderson taking out his frustrations on the American Dream. Low elbow there. Runs Anderson over with that shoulder tackle. Magnum looking wearied in the corner. Leaning over on that top rope. Dusty splashed Anderson in the corner. Kick to the midsection. Grabs the legs. Yanks him out of the corner. And now the Dream going to work on the leg of Anderson. Fans, we also have another match announced for next week. Both men collide here. Good jab there by Anderson. What a right hand. He rocked Rhodes. Cover. 1 count. In the U.S. title tournament round 1 match, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin will take on the total package Lex Luger. Anderson took out Magnum TA with a right hand while the referee wasn't looking. Tully had him distracted. Anderson taunting Rhodes down. There's the sleeper by the enforcer. Rhodes fading fast here. Desperation move by Dusty Rhodes to break free, driving the chin to the top of the head. Good jabs there by the American Dream. Has him reeling. Double punch to the chest. And down goes Double A. Anderson. Rhodes trying to regain his composure here. What a clothesline by Tully. Illegal move. Tag made to the boss, Magnum TA. Tully's still in there. Referee warning him to get out. He has until the count of 5 to get out of there. He'll be disqualified. He and Anderson would have been disqualified if he had not gotten out of the ring. Double A measuring Magnum. Front face lock. Elbow to the top of the head. Picks him up. Spins him around. Beautiful version of the diamond cutter. Anderson again, front face lock. And there's a sleeper, this time on Magnum. He locked it on Dusty earlier. Dusty was able to escape. Can Magnum Magnum fading fast. And yes, he will. He'll use that same tactic to break free that the Dream used. Big right hand. And he's just wailing away on the Enforcer. Forearm shot rocked the Enforcer into the corner. Follows him in. What a clothesline. Down goes Double A. Tully once in there. Magnum makes the tag. The Dream back in. Here comes Flair over. Look out. Flair started toward that corner. The Dream going for the bionic elbow. Good block there by the Enforcer. Dusty was measuring him for that big bionic elbow. If he would have hit it, it would have been over. DDT out of nowhere. Cover. Leg hooked. 1, 2. Dusty able to get the shoulder up. Dusty somehow got the shoulder up. Turns him back over. Tully, hurting his own team here, had the referee distracted. Dusty kicked out. Anderson had Dusty pinned for the 3 count, but Tully Blanchard had the referee distracted. One-handed bulldog by Rhodes. Tully from behind. Dusty's busted open. The blood flowing down from the forehead of the Dream. Tully was trying to hit Dusty from behind, unable to reach him. Squashes him in the corner. Cover here by the American Dream. 1, 2, they're moving on. No, Anderson kicked out. Tully's in there. Went for the knee. He just shoved Dusty from behind. Low punch there, right there by the Enforcer. But the Gorilla Press slammed them down. And outright hands from the Dream. Great tag team action here in this World Tag Team Title Tournament. The winner of this match moves on to round 2, the semifinal round. Throws him into the railing. Pulls Magnum off the apron. Look out, Ric Flair, James J. Dillon coming over. Tully's tagged in. Here comes the American Dream. He's just letting Tully have it here. Cracks the knee. Picks up Blanchard. Good block there by Tully. And a right hand. Tully now. Double underhook. And suplex. Tully now choking away on Dusty Rhodes. Tully going for the pile driver. No, a block. Dusty blocked it. Good backdrop there by the Dream. He might be going for the elbow here. The bionic elbow. If he hits it, they're moving on. Here it comes. Planted him. He drilled him with a bionic elbow. Cover. 1. Luckily, Arn was able to save it there. But Magnum from behind. Tully's still down. Shoulder claw here by Dusty. Arn Anderson saved the day right there. Rhodes and Magnum were close to moving on to the semifinal round. Tully choking away on the Dream. Elbow drop. And another. Now Tully has Dusty down. And he just knocked Magnum off the apron with a right hand. Look out, Ric Flair coming over. Look out, Magnum. Roll up here by Tully. He's got the tights. He's got the tights. Full moon in Atlanta. And Blanchard and Anderson just stole this one. Referee didn't see it. Everyone on that side of the arena got a good view. He had a handful of trunks for extra leverage on the pin. And it's going to stand, fans. Anderson and Blanchard moving on to the semifinal round. They're in the final 4 of this World Tag Team Title Tournament. Great matchup, but sad that it had to end like that.
Here are your winners, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard, the 4 Horsemen.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, fans. It's time for the main event, a round 1 match in the U.S. title tournament. Sam Houston taking on Barry Windham.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Texas, weighing in at 218 pounds, Sam Hughes-Tim.
Disappointing finish to that tag team match. Referee did not see that Blanchard had a huge handful of Dusty Rhodes' trunks, had the man exposed, scored the winning pinfall, and they're moving on to the semifinal round. And next Saturday, the matches are now set. A round 1 match in the World Tag Team Title Tournament. The Russians, Ivan and Nikita Koloff, taking on Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. We will also have a round 2 match in that Tag Team Title Tournament. The Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, taking on the Midnight Express, Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane. And also 2 matches in the U.S. Title Tournament.
And his opponent, accompanied by J.J. Dublin, and from Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Barry Windham.
2 matches in that U.S. Title Tournament. Lex Luger will take on Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, and Tully Blanchard will take on the Boss Magnum TA. So mark your calendars next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. What a night it's going to be. And of course, the following week we'll have more U.S. Title Tournament matches. It looks like it'll be Nikita Koloff taking on Dusty Rhodes that week. So 2 weeks from tonight. And another round 1 match. Koloff against Rhodes. It is an exciting time to be part of World Championship Wrestling. So glad you're with us. If you can, please do us a favor, and that is like the video and subscribe. It costs nothing to do that. And go ahead and leave them a comment if you haven't done so. I'd like to hear from you. Referee Bill Scott calls for the bell. Collar and elbow tie-up. Windham backs Houston into the corner. Will we get a clean break here? Referee's going to have to separate the men. Cheap shot there by Windham. He jacked his jaw. And they lock up again. Again, Windham backs him against the ropes. And Windham again with the other hand. He caught him flush in the cheek. Houston didn't like that at all. Good backbreaker there, now bending him over his knee. Windham shoves down Houston. Houston was part of that World Title Tournament. He lost in the first round to Nature Boy Ric Flair. It was a count-out win by Flair. Windham now has Houston. Good modified suplex by Big Barry Windham. Another impressive member of the Four Horsemen. Barry Windham was also part of that World Title Tournament. He lost to Lex Luger. Luger pinning with a running clothesline. Cradle suplex here and a pin. A 1 count only. Barry hoping to get revenge now and move farther into this U.S. title tournament. He would love to walk home with a gold. Good forearm shot there. I guess it's really silver. High knee lift there by Houston. U.S. title is the equivalent of the silver medal here in World Championship Wrestling. It'll be Flair and Sting battling for the top prize in 3 weeks. Armbar here by Houston. He's captured the leg also. Can Windham get out? Windham used the other leg to break free. Great maneuver. Floats over. DDT. He rocked him with that DDT. And fans, we will stay with you to bring you the conclusion of this exciting matchup. Snapmare there by Houston. Beautiful kick. So one thing I've thought about, since it looks like WWE is showing WCW on Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time,
Maybe we should move this to a different time slot. Went for the kick, nobody home. I guess it doesn't really matter though. I've noticed that people watch the video at all hours, so it doesn't really matter. So I think I'll just stick with 6 o'clock for those who want to see it at that time. Some people even watch it. I know some people even watch it on different days, like later in the week, which is fine. Nice maneuver there by Houston. Now Sam trying to gather his wits. Fires Windham into the corner. Sam mounting a comeback now. Reversal by Windham though. Charging in. Houston with a knee right to the chest. Off the middle rope. Beautiful drop kick. Houston now. Head of steam into the corner. Flying forearm shot. He caught Windham. Windham collapses into the corner. And Houston letting him have it now with the boots. Windham trying to get away from Houston, but to no avail. What a move by Houston. And now Sam going up top. High risk move. He is going for the flying elbow drop. Can he land it here? No, Windham moved out of the way. Good heads up move by the tall Texan. Nice suplex there. Just drove Houston to the mat. Windham now calling out to the crowd. Running elbow drop. Caught him in the arm. But Houston now. Reverse drop toe hold. Took down Windham. Sam Houston is no slouch in the ring. He would love to become the first U.S. champion. Nice sling blade there by Houston. But Windham would also love that top honor. Windham now has Houston off the middle rope. Guillotine right across that top rope. And now Windham continues the onslaught, turns him over. A version of that Texas cloverleaf. Referee Bill Scott asking Houston if he wants to call it quits right here. There is no quit in Sam Houston. Right hand there by Sam. Kicks away Windham. Windham though, again just relentless here. Another package suplex. He's getting pinned. 2. Near fall. Windham now wrenching back on the arms. A lot of pressure on the neck as well in the back. Front face lock by Barry. Sleeper hold. He's got the sleeper on Houston. Houston thrashing the arms around, but he is fading. Referee's got to check the arms. Raise him up. But no, Houston able to break free. Sam going for the Bulldog. Out of nowhere. He hit Windham. He hit Windham. It's over. Cover. Leg hooked. But there's J.J. Dillon up on the apron. Sam had him pinned. Sam had Windham pinned. And now Sam going up top. Smart move. He did not let it get to him. He's going to keep on the offense here. If he can hit Windham here, it's going to be over. Windham sidestepped him. Windham moved out of the way. And now Barry picks up Sam. Sam, though, inverted DDT. There is no quit in Sam Houston. Sam Houston just gave J.J. Dillon a stink eye right there. Look, glared down at him. He knew he cost him the win right there. That Bulldog. Here's a cover, though. Leg hooked 1. A 1 count only. Windham kicked out. Chin lock here by Sam. Sam has it locked in. Windham trying to get to his feet, though. He does. Elbow to the midsection. And a second. That forces the break there. Windham fires him into the corner. Charging in. Windham puts him up on the top rope. Fan standing. He might be going for the superplex right here. If he hits it, it's over. Fan standing. Superplex. He's got to turn him over. Windham turns him over. Hooks the leg. 1. Can he kick out? No. He can't. Windham moving on. Hard fought win by Barry Windham. Disappointing for Sam Houston. Houston had it won earlier with that Bulldog. J.J. Dillon provided the distraction, the interference. And Barry Windham, here it is. Look at this. He locks it on. Has Windham pinned for the 1-2-3. J.J. Dillon, though, up on the apron, distracting referee Bill Scott.
Here is your winner, Barry Windham.
We're out of time. Have a great week. See you next Saturday.